Is that a question?
Yes.
The question is futile.
That information is not available.
My interpretation of the data leaves little room for error.
You know what they say. No good deed goes unpunished.
What do you do? Okay, let's just make sure we got some audio before we go ahead and talk without anything going on. Let's have a look. What do you do? Yep, we're okay for audio. Anyway, so it's cooled down a bit now, so we're able to do a live stream. We were able to get in this room, the streaming room. Okay, project room, streaming room, whatever you want to call it. Okay, so what do we do now? I don't know. Oh yeah, get back into it. So episode 72, hooking up the cat commands to the width, shift, notch and contour. Number 2. Second go. Okay, so last episode we did the shift, I think, and we found that the cat command for that was quite strange compared to the rest. So I'm not sure if it was able to work or not in the end, I can't remember. So we'll have a go again tonight. Why not? Okay, here we go then. So let's just, for those who are not familiar with the project, let's just give you a run through. Oops. We still haven't got an icon for this project. We need to create an icon. I suppose we need to put power on as well. Let's put some power on and power the radio up. I've just got it down here at the minute. Yep, we're okay. It's just down here, you can't see it. I could pick it up though. If the desk doesn't start to fall apart, hang on. Oh god. There it is. No, you can't see it. There it is. Oh, let's put it back before it all goes wrong. Put it back, Dave. Put it back. Don't touch it. It's balancing on the printer at the minute. Precariously. Yeah, okay. Anyway. So, let's just crack on. So, basically, this is a software version. Let's see if there's anyone on. Let's just see if it can get anyone on here. Oh, that's not working, is it? Why not? What's going on? Oh, I have no idea what's happening. It seems to have stopped. Oh, it's probably because I just powered the radio up. Let's turn it off. Let's unplug the USB and plug it back in. Oh, it's gone. Didn't like something or other. Okay, that's a new one. Ah, because I was in boot up mode. Right, so we're just going to have to go straight into it. Obviously one of the cut commands is got a problem. The new cut command we put in last time. Let's run it from the program. Ah, there's an error straight away. Look at that. See that? Continue or stop. Yeah, this shift command. So we're gonna have to temporarily take that out for a minute, so we can run the program. So the way we do that is go into the cat control for the boot up section, where we can find that. Boot up. Okay, so it's not that bit. it's the next bit. No, can't find it. Here it is, boot up. So we need to just stop that for a minute. Actually, I was developing this for the 710. I was up. Well, it was this 891. I got it working on the 710. So it may be. I've not tried it on the 891 yet. Anyway, I'll take it out temporarily so we can run the program up. Got myself some squash. I might have put too much squash in there. Yeah, it's strong. Ooh, yeah, strong squash. So let's see if we can sort it out. Yeah, it's sorted out now. Right, let's see if there's anyone around. Why not? Let's just do a scan. Let's find someone. So it's just me working on the software in my spare time. That's all it is. I work full time and I just do this for something to do. Right. Okay, so let's get the RF gain back up. Let's have a look down here. Did it find anything? Can't see anything. Just noise. Just a load of noise. Oh, say that then. There's one. There's another one. Well, they're coming in thick and fast, aren't they? Okay, let's just go back to these then.
Thank you, thank you. Quebec 7, Sierra Golf. Sierra Quebec 1, Whiskey Tango Bravo. Only Sierra Quebec 7.
45 watts.
Sierra Quebec 7, try this.
That's better.
Quebec 7, Sierra Alpha X-ray 509.
Oh, I just thought we could have a go QRP button. Or a voice command, go QRP. I'm tempted to put voice commands in this at the minute, but I'm still trying to do the cat command, so I better stick to the thumbnail. And what we're going to call it? We'd have to have enabling voice command. Like, I'd probably have to call it Yesu. Yesu. We could put it in, but anyway, I've got to get the cat. Yeah, gotta get this working. Shift. Yeah, it's a bit funky. So now I was on the shift last time, and the shift command gives it a plus and a minus 20, I think. Let's get the data sheet up. Let's try the DNR.
Zulu 62 November Sierra. Tokyo, second letter Tokyo.
Ooh, sound distorted then.
DX, I'm seeing America now. Zulu 62 November Sierra.
Yeah, we'll leave it like that.
Sierra Quebec 1, Whiskey Tango Bravo, is it correct?
Bit muffled.
Sierra Quebec 1, Whiskey Tango Bravo, 5903. Florida 4, flash, go ahead. I'm sorry, I don't copy. Go Florida 4. Roger, I copy very line. Sorry,
Oh, it's nasty noise, isn't it?
Kilo 8, Italy Kilo, becoming 5 to 9, hotel. Currently QR DX, so this is Zulu 62 November Sierra.
Okay, leave it on there.
Germany 0, Victor Quebec Oscar 5 to 9. Thank you, Zulu 62 November Sierra.
So what we ought to do,
Papa Station, Papa.
what we ought to do is if it's on upper sideband, it ought to shift it over a bit lower the centre.
Papa Delta 0, Papa Delta Delta,
And then maybe taper the one side. Yeah, just to mimic a real one. But anyway.
Thank you, 73, Zulu 62 November Sierra.
Let's put the FTM 510D on. Oh, he's going. It's finished. Okay. Let's just leave that in the background then. Have a listen on VHF, UHF, see if there's anyone about. But that's not what we're here to do.
When did you get off the ground?
I think he did extra push up the runway if I was stood on the wings. Alright then, I'll have a little bit.
Anybody going to DX Commander Fest at all? Anyone
Any more
gonna?
stations about, please?
I might go and buy a pole. Drop in and buy a pole off them.
Oh, Mike 7 Uniform Kilo Lima, I believe. Very good evening. Thank you for calling in. Back to you,
I didn't call in. Right. Anyway, so let's crack on.
Oh, nice strong signal landing. Hope you're keeping well. And
Just need
thank you
to
for,
bring
popping in there.
up the cat command again. Let's try and crack this cat command.
Okay. Did you say the office? You're not still at work, are you?
What? Actually, let's just go back to the call frequencies.
Oh, okay, handy. Anyway, there's only 2 stations.
Right, we're on the call 270 call frequencies, and we're still on that other one. Right, so I need to find this cat command again. Here it is, IS. So let's go on to IS. It's quite a complicated cat command compared to the rest. There it is. Let's zoom in a bit. Okay, there it is. Oh, yeah. So actually, it doesn't detail it. Doesn't detail this plus and minus. So I need to make a wrapper, I think. A little bit of a wrapper around it. Because the usual cat command's not gonna... It'll... Unless we inadvertently call parameter 2... Sorry, this unnamed parameter, call it parameter 3. I think we'll do what Yaesu did in the FT-710. Let me just bring up the 710. And I think they've corrected it in the FT-710. Oh yes, there we are. The shift. Let's bring that one up. Here it is. So they've called P3, which is this one, plus and minus. But I would have liked it if they just said it was 0 or 1, not plus and minus. Okay, so I'm going to have to do a little bit of a wrap around it. So you've got 0 to 1200 Hertz in 20 Hertz steps. Then we've got back to the other one. 0 to 1200 Hertz, 20 Hertz steps. P2 is on and off. P2 is fixed this time. Right, that's weird. So there is no on and off. Right, okay. That's probably why it errored. So P2 is just fixed, but on the 891 P2 was to switch it on and off. So how do we switch the on the 710? How do we switch that on and off? If there's no, that's the 891 to switch it on and off. So that's why they've reserved P2. On the 710, which is this one, they've put it as fixed, stick it on 0. So there's two parameters just not being used at all. So going back to the P1, that was fixed. So they're not using that either. On the 891, they're not using P1. And they're not using P2 on the 710, but they are on the 891. So we've got to maintain two cat commands so far. But we'll just go with the 891 for now. So on or off, that's better. But then there's an undocumented parameter here, which is the plus or minus. So this is going to throw everything out, because the cat string builder, it wants to see a parameter. So what I'm going to have to do is create an update one of these for the 891, just so my cat command structure can stay working. So this 5 is going to be P3, and 6 to 9 is going to be P4, which should bring it in line with the 710. Let's have a look. So P1, P2 fixed, P3 is the plus and minus, and P4 is 6 to 9, yeah. Okay, so we're going to go off this, but our P2, we need to rewrite this, because I don't know why they've missed, it's a typo apparently, bit of a typo. See the plus direction there on P3. Anyway, let's not worry about that for now. Let's just sort this one out. So I've got to get it out. I need to. Is there any way I can override that? I need to create a new. Oh, hasn't nobody updated it? No, they haven't, have they? Because it's based off older technology. Anyway, so we'll have to go off the premise. So, but I'll have to remember that, yeah, this is the style we're going to do it in. But we'll have to remember that P2 is the on and off switch. And that is great, but which is the switch to turn the shift on and off on the 710? Let's just have a quick look. I can't see. There must be... Let's go back to the cat command list. Right, so we've got this. We've got to try and see if we can spot shift on and off. So it's IS shift. Is there one for shift on and off anywhere? Or does it just work when you set it to 0? Does it switch it off? Actually, I could try it. I could switch the 710 on. I'll switch it on. I've got no aerial on it, then it doesn't matter. Let me just bring it down. Right. So there's a shift. So it's on a control. It's on the function. No, it's not. It's on the touch to display. And I can go shift, which, notch, contour. They've put it all on one thing, haven't they? So how do you... I'm on the shift now. 0 Hertz. It's centered. Okay, so basically what they've done, there is no on and off for the shift. What they've done is they've got a shadow effect where the shift should be, and then you can go left and right over it. That's pretty funky. Okay. So you set it to 0 basically. 0, yeah, and it highlights off at 0. Okay, that makes sense. Right. So there is no separate on-off. So that begs the question, why couldn't they do it with the 891? So they got a dedicated on-off. Let's try it. Right, you can't see this, but I'm just going to go... actually, I'm going to go into the menu, onto shift. They've got a flag, so it's not... So I'm on 0 Hertz. I can go left and right. So it's on, but I'm on 0 Hertz. So effectively, it's doing nothing, even though it's telling me I'm on. So I can understand why they changed it. So I'm in it now, and I can go up, and it goes up 20 Hertz steps, like it said it would. Goes down, minus to 1200 Hertz. And the block goes up. So that's the shift. See, 0. So 0 would be off, but it isn't. And I come out on 0, and it's still highlighted. So, but really, there should be no difference. If I put that, I'm going to put that on instead of tune. Hang on. Right. So I've got the shift on. Let's run the software. Right, I'm going to run the software. Just see if I can notice anything. Nothing's going to happen because there's no shift. Right, let's get this back from the muted. What's happened to it? What's happened? I can't hear it. Oh, I turned the volume right down. Right, let's go to this. There's nothing coming up. What's going on? Oh, it hasn't identified the radio. Why is that then? Let's just come out of there. Let's run it again. I don't know what happened there. It's not identifying the radio. That's not talking to it. Cat command's not talking to it. It's weird, isn't it? Right, let's power it off. Power it on, I don't know what's going on. All I've done is change the COM port. That's a weird one. Never had that trouble before when it was plugged into the other port. Oh well. No, it's not having it. It's trying to output stuff for the boot up sequence. No, it's not picking it up. So let's pull the USB out. Yeah, it's weird. Oh, I've got the lock on. Does the lock? I don't get what's going on now. It's not altering anything. Right, so it's not talking to it. Send, no receive coming back. Oh, stranger thing. Never had that before. So, as Windows updated the driver, something's happened. I wish Windows would leave the stuff alone. So I've got COM8, yes, single one. No. Must be okay. I don't get it. Right. So let's power down the radio. Switch my other radio off. I'm just gonna turn my radios off. I don't get that. Never had that before. Never had that before. Right, switching it back on now. Power supply back on. Power the radio up. And run the software. Maybe it doesn't like my... Oh, it's found it now. And it's responding. Weird. Very strange. Oh, I've got a headache. So we was going to try the shift out. We need to find somebody just to prove that no appreciable audio difference with the shift. Alright.
Thank you. Now your signal 5859. Thank you. 73 пока.
Right, so we've got shift doesn't work yet there. Right, I'm gonna turn the shift off now. Here we go. Wait till they speak.
Good evening. 59 near Moscow, Alexander.
Yeah, it doesn't do anything. So
Thank you, Paka 73. You're good. U4MIR.
yeah, no difference. Okay. So there's no difference when you on the radio turn the shift on and off. If you go into, if I turn it on, hang on, let's turn it on and I'll actually shift it. I'm going to shift it. I've just shifted it. But we're not tracking the shift yet. Let's get The higher up it goes tinny. Lower goes watery. But we have got DNR. Let's turn DNR off. DNR's off. Right, shift. Shifts. Made him go tinny. If I shift to the minus, it goes bassy. If I shift to the plus, it goes tinny. Okay. Now, that's because we're on upper sideband and the strongest bit is towards the centre frequency. Yeah, so... yeah. Okay, right. So, having done that, go back to the cat command. So, it's got an on and off, but basically, if you're on 0, you're off anyway. And they've realised that Yaesu did after. They thought there's no point, you might as well just go to 0. But they thought, maybe they thought, well, have an offset, a pre-offset set, and we can just turn it on and off. But in reality, there's no point, probably. They thought there's no point. So they abandoned it on the new... yeah, I was looking for a cat command there, wasn't I? Equivalent. There it is. So they set it to fixed, but they kept the weird symbol, but they did give it a parameter number, and they shifted the step from 3 to 4. Fair enough. But everything else is the same. It's just a way of having backward compatible without, and they just did away with the shift switch in this version. There's no point. Right, so we've got to, the only thing we've got to worry about then is this plus and minus. Okay, so let's just get rid of that a minute and have a look at the actual cat command for, let's go back up and have a look. Where are we? Here we are. No, here we are. So this is the actual breakdown of the string builder for the cat command for shift. IF shift. So basically, now we're only allowing for it's only expecting 2 parameters, so it's not going to do it at all. It's not going to do it at all. And that's saying it's 5 digits long, and it isn't 5 digits long. It's not at all. So it's going to be compatible. I'll tell you what, we don't want to look at the IF shift for the 891 because that's going to confuse us. So we want to do it from this one, the 710. So if we make it work with the 710, we'll forget about the on-off, leave it fixed, because if you want to turn it off, you just, mind you, we might implement that, but we need 4 parameters. So the first 2 are fixed, so we can work that out. P1 is 1 digit, and P2 is also 1 digit. So let's make P2 also 1 digit, because it's fixed. It's either fixed, P2 is just 1 placeholder for a character, or a byte, whatever you want to call it. So it's fixed. And P3 is also 1 character, and then you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 characters on parameter 4. Okay. Right, so we're telling it to expect P1, P2. And we also need to tell it to expect P3 and also P4. Now P3 is also 1 digit, but P4 is 4 digits. And we'll need to do the same for this one. Okay, so we've got our P1, P2, P3, P4. So far so good. So we're going to have to go back to the IF shift result, because that will be no longer any good. Yeah, so we need to introduce some fixed stuff in there. And we probably need one for... well, I might have to do 2 here. I'm just going to ignore the fact that you can switch off your IF on your 891. But when you set it to 0, it's off anyway. It's back to default, so it's the same. So we want 2 fixed positions in the result, and then we haven't got the main sub selection. No, that's not right. Why would it put that down there? So hang on. Just go back and back and back and back. Right, so it's shift as a shift result. Main sub pass P1. This AI created this little bit to add on here, but it's made a bit of a mess of it, to tell the truth. Automatic handles the plus and minus string passing into int. Well, it's not P2, it's P3. So let's change that to P3. Now the P2 is the on and off. So we're going to put that in there. Hang on. Right, let's go to that definition. Right. So obviously you can have a fixed 1, fixed 2, or it can be the on off. Let's say it's on off. Right, so it is on off. Let's make it on off. So I'll just call it on off. Right, and we'll put a little note here. On the 710, it is just fixed. Fixed it at 0. Okay, so we'll just give it a 0, but you can switch it on off. Main sub selection. No, that's not right. So don't know where you got that from. So what we want is to look at the command for it. It doesn't mention it on this one, on the 891. What does it mention it on the 710? P3. It just says plus and minus, is all it says. So we're going to call it the shift direction. Main subsection, don't know what that is. So we're going to call it the shift direction. Okay, that's it. And we'll put a little note here. What does it say the values are? Let's have a look. Plus or minus P3. So okay. Plus stroke minus. Okay. Right. Shift direction. So it needs to see match character of plus or minus. So me, I would have done it with a 0 and 1, but anyway, God knows. Shift, right, that's going to be, yeah, all this can be just ints. We'll leave it like that. So shift, yeah, put a note here. Shift from, let's just get a note of the 0 to 1200 hertz. Why is it only 0? It's like the bandwidth of the shift. Bandwidth of the shift. Okay, well it's 0 to 1200, 0 to 1200 hertz in 20 hertz steps. Okay, right. So we've now got our new result, which should accommodate. Right, okay. Let's go back to the thing. So our shift result. No, it's coming up with red squiggles, doesn't know what that is. So we sorted this bit out. VXO RX1 digit shift up. 5 characters. This is AI generated. What do they call it when it dreams? Hallucination. Yeah. Automatically handles the plus or minus string passing into int. How? How does it do it? Anyway, so we want to make P1 will be fixed. Fixed. We want another one for P2, which will be fixed to. No, it won't. It will be on off. P3 is not the shift frequency. It is that. So it's not shift hertz, it's the shift direction. And then we want the shift it's not coming up, why not? Shift hertz. What have I done? Have I spelt it wrong? Why is it not coming up? Oh, didn't put a comma. That's right. Still not liking it. Why is that then? There it is. Shift HZ. Right, it's probably just not right. So we want to pass it into something. Excuse the noise. So we're going to pass it from parameter 4. Right, so do I need a shift there? Let's put a note. 0 to 1200 hertz. Steps of 20 hertz. Okay, this is this one's a 0 or a 1. 0 or a 1, and this is just a 0. That's it. Right, so the result we're going to see is we need equivalent states to go with this, so we need to find that. So we've got the shift, and we need to add. Right, so that's not going to be any good there now, is it? We don't want a separate command. We could do with something else for that. We've got separate stuff. Power switch. Could do with being a class, that could. Yeah, we need a class there. Let's create a class for that. Right, so let's create a new class. A shift class. IF shift. What's it called? IF shift. Right, let's where do we create our class? Somewhere we need to put We can just put it at the top here, bugger it. That's radio state. Right, we'll just put it up here. Public. Shift. IF shift. Right. Let's call it IS shift. There we go. That's the cat command. Right. Let's create a new class. Here we go. Could not be found. Right. God. Hang on. Public class IF shift. There we go. So the first one is going to be fixed. It's just a placeholder. We're not doing anything with it. Foxed. I'm foxed, alright. So public int fixed. Really, I mean, you can't get or set that, so we'll just leave it like that now. Bugger it. Okay. Then public int fixed. No, it's on off, isn't it? On off. And then public int shift direction. Shift direction. And we want public int IF shift hertz. IF shift in hertz, and that should be the same as this one down. IF shift hertz. Yeah. Okay, so what we'll do, we'll create that as an IF shift and not an int. Okay, and there it is. So we can still reference it, but from that. Yeah, that'll do. So then we go down to the command again. Right down to the command, the last one we put in. There it is. So we're gonna it's a new IF shift dot here we go. So the first one is fixed. Right, so we're just telling it it's fixed, and it's the result dot fixed, even though it's fixed already. This one is going to be fixed to on off, isn't it? On off, and this result is going to be on off, and then we want shift direction. Shift direction, and the last one is the actual shift frequency in this. IF shift in hertz. Where are you? Why has it gone? Oh, I've just called it shift in hertz. So what we'll do is we'll go back and change that. So we'll call it, oh, we did call it IF shift hertz. Right, okay. We did call it IF shift hertz, and this one was shift direction. I should call that IF shift direction. That's it. Where are you? Lost it now. Where's he gone? There it is. So IF shift direction, IF shift. So the result. Why is that still coming up okay? Don't know. That's weird. Go to the shift result. That's because I have not called it this end. Need to keep these the same. IF shifted. IF fixed on off. Let's do. That'll do. Right, that'll do. Okay. Just change this one. IF. IF. IF and IF. Okay, right, so we've got that now. So we've taken our results and we're making it equal to something. Yeah. So 1 parameter 2. Now the P3 is going to be a bit awkward. It's expecting an int, so it'll really be a character. I don't know how I'm going to represent an int. So let's take this and push it into an AI tool and ask it the question. Could you suggest how I might make P3 a character of plus or minus in the following code. To handle P3 as a character plot instead of an integer while keeping your result structure compatible, you need to adjust how P3 is parsed in the dictionary mapping and change the data type if shift direction in your if shift result. Here's how you can update your code. Change int parse dictionary 3 to read P3 as character using dictionary P30. What? Update the Lambda result mapping. Assuming IF shift result, IF can be changed to a character or a string. You update the parsing logic like this. Shift dictionary 0 extracts the first character plus or minus. How does that extract it? I don't get that. Alternative, keeping it as an integer. If you prefer not to change the property type, the IF shifter strictly needs to remain at an int. Downstream, you can evaluate the character inline during parsing. Shift dictionary 3 is equal plus, there's a 1 and minus. So it's sort of casting it one way or another. Or if you just want to get its ASCII numeric value, no, I don't want to do that. Right, so, the Yaesu FT-891 is expecting a plus or a minus. Yes, exactly. According to the Yaesu cat command, IF shift command expects P3 to be explicit sign character, specifically plus or minus to denote the direction of the shift. For example, a valid command structure looks like ISO 0 plus, where plus is the required right. Yeah, leaving it out or passing an equal value, So I still don't know how it gets it. How might my cat command be used to send a command to the 891? Yeah, I can't send it like that. Build a string. Oh, it's built a wrapper. Build IS command. That's what I was going to do when it build a wrapper for it. Fixed value on off direction character. Right, so send commands using a define IS command structure. Your manager class or serial transmission helper needs to assemble the properties into a specific text string format. The radio requires append the trailing semicolon. Oh, we can sort that. The colon's done already. And write the generate the outbound string when building a command to send to the radio. Setting an IF shift of plus 100 Hz on a VFO 0 fixed enabled 1. What? Your code will format it to match the ASUS specification. You can implement a serialization method on your command definition. So it's going to return the fixed value on off direction. Okay. Transmitting via a serial port. Once the command string is generated, it is sent over the serial port. Yeah. Right, string reading and writing. Right, okay. So let's copy that builder. Right, let's put that builder somewhere. Where we're going to put that? String builder. So where do we put that? I think we'll put it down here. Right, build the IS command. Right, let's try it then. So there's your string. So before we do it, we've got to build the command. String to Hertz, then return it, and you just got to send it out. So okay, let's try it. Let's try it. So we're going to go down to our send routine in our boot up, wherever we put it. Here it is. So we're going to just go down here. We're going to build a command. So we're going to do string IS command equals build is IS command. I'll say built IS command equals build IS command. So we want the fixed value is going to be a 0, and that's an on or off. We'll say off for now. And the character, we're going to send it into the plus direction. So we'll just put in a plus. And the Hertz in steps. Hertz steps now is not steps, it wants to see a frequency. But you've got to keep it to the steps. Let's just say, I don't know, let's say 600. So it wants 4 digits, so right, so 600. But there's going to be more to this because it needs to send it as 6 digits. Does not exist, right, because that's a static command. So I've got to go back up to the top here where we set that up and find out what the name of the thing is. what do we call it? Command types. Did we really call it that? Let's just make sure. Yeah, okay. Go down the bottom, wherever we put it in. Command types. There we go. Right, doesn't like the plus. Why not? It wants a character direction. Represents text. Cannot convert from string to character. Oh god. Who said it was a character? Go to the definition. It wants to see a character. Ah, I know why. Because I've just got to put it in a single quote. Like that. There we go. Right, so it's a character now, it's a single character. 600, but I need to tell it to generate the digits as 4 digits. So I need to go to the definition. Oh, it's done it for me. String step hertz steps. It's getting that wrong, isn't it? Oh no, that's right. But it isn't really steps. It's the hertz. It's not steps. Let's change that. Hertz. So doesn't really matter, but when I'm looking at it, I don't want to be confused. So we're putting in the hertz, not the amount of steps. It's just the hertz. Okay, let's get rid of the hertz steps, that's confusing. So P4 formatted, there's the thing, and it was yeah, so that should work. Okay, so we've built a command up, set it to 600 Hertz. We've got send the command now. Now we can't do it with a normal string builder, but we can do it with this one. So we're just going to inject the built built is command into it. We'll send it out, and to read it back we need to give it that. So we want to read it back in. So it asks the radio to send us the setting, and see if that works. See if that there works. Right, okay. Let's build it up and run that and see what happens. I'm already in the shift, so it's set to 0. So I'm going to come out of the shift. It's on at the minute. I'm going to set it to off. That's it, it's off. Right, so let's start this up. Okay, no crash at the minute. Right, so what we're going to do, scope off. Right, we're going to switch it off. We're going to go back, scroll to the top up where the command started to come in first. Exception thrown JSON. Oh, doesn't like it. Fail to load state JSON. Cannot be converted. IF shift path. Line number 9. Position. Byte position in line 18. Right, let's just go down. It'll try and do it again, and it. Oh, here we are. So it's sent that, and I've issued a command and it's not answered me. Let's just go into shift on 0, so it hasn't altered it. Right, so, and it's carrying on going through them. Let's just have a look at the structure. Ah, now it's put IS in twice, look. IS, that's no good. Ah, so our string builder, it's doing... Right, we need to go to the string builder and tell it to stop doing that. Go to the definition. Right, the fixed value. Oh no, it isn't doing it. So where is it doing that fixed value? Oh, there it is. Yeah, it's putting the IS in. We don't want that because that's been done by the string builder that populates the variables. So yeah, right, let's try it again without that. That's it if you want to do the whole thing with a serial command without the string builder. We don't want that. Right, so okay, I'm going to stop it. I'm going to scroll to the top, and every time you run it, it clears this output and starts it on again. So we've got an exception thrown in system del, don't know what that is. Right, then we've got IS00 plus 0600, so that is the right setting for an off state, and we've asked it to read it. So if I go into shift now on the radio, it's still on 0 words, so didn't actually do that. That's weird. So it's the right command, but it didn't respond. Right, let's give it an on then. Let's make sure it's on. We'll do the same thing again, but we'll, instead of leaving it switched off, we'll put it in on. Let's see if it changes the state of the shifts being switched to on. So we'll run this, and it's going to keep issuing the same command over and over again. No, it's not switched it on. So let's go into the shift. No, still on 0 hertz. Have a look at the output. So there's something not quite right. Alright, we've still got an exception thrown for some reason. Alright, so here's the command 01. So that was the thing to tell it you want to switch the shift on. IS plus then the 0600. So there's nothing actually wrong with that command, but it is ignoring me. I ask it for it and it's not responding back. Now it won't respond back because I haven't actually wrote one in, or did I last time? So let's go to the receive side of things. So help handle incoming data. So boot up. There's nothing here to tell it during boot up what to do. The receiver main, what's that doing? Let's have a look. Is that doing anything? Don't think that's got a boot up mode. No boot up mode there, so we wouldn't know if it was sending anything or not, basically. But unless it, hang on, where are we? Outgoing data loop. That's the boot up now. It's the incoming one we want. Unless that question mark is what it gives you if it couldn't work it out. Handle incoming data. So there's the boot up. And if the serial message that came in, so if it's null or empty, it gets returned. and then it writes a left arrow to say it's coming in. I didn't see anything to say it was coming in. So null or empty, it'll return. So didn't see a command, so it just it's not replying to my command. So let's have a look at the IF shift. So it's IS. It's just not responding at all. I think I had this working, didn't I? Sort of. I had it doing something. So we've got IS, P1, P2. So you got your opcode, then your first parameter, second parameter. I should be able to issue that command and it should answer me back. Should answer me back. Yeah, it should have answered back. 0 to 1200 Hz, 20 Hz steps. So maybe it's wanting to see, I don't know what it wants to see there. I don't know, it's weird. Let's have a look on the other one. This is the 710's cat command. Still the same thing. Don't know. But if I issue it a command here, it should respond back. So I'm issuing a command down the bottom. It should at least give me that and the string message, like a question mark. Yeah, so it'll give me that. Yeah, down here it'll always give you one back, should do. I don't see anywhere where it's answered back. So it shut it off, I think. Nothing. Let's go. I tell you what. Let's go into something. How many years have you been programming for? Oh dear. How you doing? Let's just welcome you to the stream. Sorry, I don't know if you just been. If you've already gone. No, you must have gone. Sorry, I must have missed you. Welcome, AKSHYSAN J Sanjay 4701. Welcome anyway. I couldn't find you on the list, so don't know. Must have spelled it wrong or something. I must have gone. How many years have I been programming for? Oh God. My first computer I was bought for Christmas back in 83 or 84, 1983 or 84. A Commodore 16 or C16. I was more interested in programming it than I was playing games, so yeah. I never had a computer before that and it was just fascinating. Yeah, but I've probably forgotten more than an hour. I used to write in all sorts of languages. Over the years I've translated from one language to the other. So I started on Commodore Basic. Made a little pontoon card game on the Commodore 16. And then I went on to Amstrad CPC. Programmed that with Amstrad Basic and also Adam, assembler, dissembler, monitor, a bit of Z80 machine code, trying to crack some games. or make them load from disk instead of tape. Yeah, and then going on and on and on and on. Where do we go from there? Amiga, programming Amiga with some machine code, just some intuition, Windows stuff. Well, intuition and workbench stuff. Getting the playing around with that, opening a few windows up, adding some buttons, playing around. Nothing much. There wasn't the info available like there is now. You can just pick the libraries up and all the books. Them days you have to buy your book, and it's not. What did I buy? I got one here. Anyway, there's that. Then there's 386, Q Basic, Quick Basic, and Turbo Pascal. Then it goes Visual Basic and 4 and 6 and Delphi. Then you got some what comes after that? Oh, Flash Action Script 3. Action Script 3, yeah. And then some lot of Visual Basic stuff, 6, and then go over to C Sharp back in 2011, and then Arduino C and C Sharp and Windows Presentation Foundation. And what else have we been doing? And that's it really. Yeah, some firmware in C, a derivative of C. Can't remember what else. Oh, HTML5, JavaScript, and some JSON, Ajax, PHP, some PHP server side stuff. What else have we done? That's it really. I tried a little bit of Java once, years ago. Tiny bit of that. That's it really. Yeah. How many years? Too many years. Well, I'm too old now. I've forgotten it. It's like anything. Too many languages. You go back for years ago, you forgot it all. Oh, I could turn up in years ago. I could turn up in someone's house, get on their Amiga computer, and then make it do all sorts of coloured flash-ins and do crazy stuff just from my head without looking at any reference material. Just basic, just Amiga basic. That was just do all sorts of stuff. But I forgot it now. If I went on it now, I'd struggle to get it to do much. Anyway, I can see that we've lost our communication again. So this IF command, I think it's causing the radio to lock up. Because there's no receive coming back. So something is preventing it. So I'm not sure what. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to temporarily remove that IF command. Temporarily remove the IF. I'll just give it the normal one. I'll ask it what its state is. That's just a standard command. Right, let's try that. Just going to ask it what its state is. See if it will respond. Right, we've got no receive coming back now, so it looks like it shut itself down until it gets a reboot. Now I'm in the same USB port that I normally use, so right, gonna pull that one out and push it back in, and I don't know if that's enough to reboot it, or we go power the radio off. I think you got to power the radio off, so let's power the radio off. I'm going to switch the power supply off as well. So, not altogether sure why it's... I've never had a cat command that stopped the radio working before, so let's have a look. So we've still got no ID. Yeah, something not right there, look. So I've just rebooted it and it's not picking it up. So let's take out this IS command away as well. And we'll just ask it for its ID. Not sure what is going on there. Let's see if it'll come back. We're going to try and get this back. So no longer, we're not just working on an IS or a shift command now. We're trying to get the radio to talk to us again. Not talking. Right, we're on com 8. It seems to have lost my call sign. Don't know why it's lost my call sign. Right, developer mode is off. Com 8. Save. Alright, let's come out. Run it again. Something not gone right, hasn't it? Ah, we're back on. I didn't have to turn the radio off at all. So that's a weird one. Strange. Can't remember now. Anyway, so we can go through it and we're active. Yeah, we're all okay. Let's put back this command. Right, okay. Input string was not in the correct format. Right, because that's... Okay, so... It's not liking that at all. Oh. Okay, so it was trying to respond. So the string is not in the right format. Yeah, it's trying to pass the int direction. As an int, it needs to be a character. And it wants to see an int. Why does it want to see an int for? Right, this is a pain. Yeah, so anyway, it's talking to it now, so... Right, let's just go back and paste that in there. I issued a IS 00 IS 00 plus IS 0, yeah, command, it came back as input string, not in required format at P3. This error because parsing is still running in your code. When you issue ISO to read the state, the 891 responded with something like that, yeah, or cat structure successfully sliced out the plus and minus character into a dictionary 3, but int passed plus through a format exception. Input string was not in a correct form because a sign character isn't a valid standalone. Yeah, obvious. You need to update P3 in past is part. How part is passed inside your command definition. Choose one of the following approaches depending on how you want to store A as a character. Grabs the first character plus or minus. Don't know what it's doing there. Store it as an int, convert. Right, so store if your property needs to stay an int, so code downstream isn't broken, evaluate the string instead. Update the code block A. Fixes the crash by reading it as a character. Right, okay, let's give it a try. Let's see what Mama has to say on the subject. Right, I don't want to get rid of all that, do I? Okay. Actually, leave that in there. Right. Okay, let's try again. Turn the AF down a bit on that. Right. No, didn't like that. Continue. It's come up with an error again. I missed it. So what we're going to have to do, how are we going to do this? How are we going to find it? It's right behind it. So it didn't fix it, did it? No, it's not good doing that because yeah, it doesn't know what. I need to give it the IF shift as well. Let's give it the IF shift. Oh, it's at the top, isn't it? Right, let's give it the IF shift. See if it finds the problem. Since IF shift in your shift class explicitly defined as an int, you cannot assign a character directly to it. When the radio returns plus or minus, you need to map that character to a numeric value. For example, 0 becomes 1, plus comes and minus comes a minus 1. During the parsing step, here is the updated command definition. Okay, I'll give it a go. Right, okay, let's see what happens. Object not set, reference is not set to an instance of an object. Yeah, probably right. I don't remember creating an instance of it, so it needs to be a new We just need to do that. So we've created a class, and we've created that class, we've told it, yeah, so we've give it the class there, but we've not told it it's a new one. But the instance itself is currently null inside your, before you can assign, yeah, fixed, etc. needs to be instantiated, but yeah. Make sure result, there we go. Ensure the object instant exists before, okay. I knew you got to do it, but I didn't know where to put it. That's the problem. Where do you put it? So let's just put it in there. Right, let's give that a go. We're getting somewhere slowly. Oh, we're getting a pulse. It's not crashing out this time. So I'm going to stop it and drag it up and have a look at what the answer, what it was returning back from the radio. Oh, that was there. Right. Here it is. ISO, and it came back. I sent ISO asking for what the setting was. It sent back that exact command. So it likes the command. Bonus. Okay, now we're getting somewhere, so now we can set our own. I should be able to set our own now. So we'll do the string builder again, and we'll send the command out, and we'll ask it for the command back. And I'll tell you what we'll do. Can we make it wait? Can I put a break on that line? Yeah. Let's see what happens. So what, we'll stop the program as soon as it's got the thing back, and we can read. Ah, it stopped it there, look. Oh right, so we've issued, oh, we've actually set it to, no, it didn't do it right, look. ID, oh no, sorry, that's the ID, look at the wrong one. So I've told it to make it to 600, and I've asked it for the reading, but I've stopped the program, it hasn't had a chance to come back. So if I continue, then stop it. Oh, did I stop it? Oh, it's gone on to continue again. Bad idea, because that issues that command. Anyway, I've done it here. I've asked it for, I've set it. It's come back. No, that's the ID. Then I've asked it for the shift, and it's come back with a 600, and it's on. So actually it's working. So if I go into the shift, it's at plus 600, so it's working. Okay, that's great. That's all we wanted to do. That's all I wanted to do, and it's working, so I can get rid of this old one now. Right, we've got the shift working. Right, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to tell it to go in the opposite direction. So I'm going to go minus 600, instead of going minus 600, we'll go minus 300. And we'll just keep issuing that command and let it run now because there's no error. Well, presumably if it likes the minus value. We shall soon see if yeah, it's pulsing, it's not having a problem, and I can see it's changed to minus 300. Right, so the shift is working. The shift is working, so what we're going to do now is make it alter this. When it reads it, it's got to send the value to this parameter here. That's what it's got to do. So it's got to be able to read it, so when I'm altering the shift on the radio, it'll alter this in real time, and when I alter this, it's got to send it to the radio. So yeah, so when we finish dragging, it's got to send it to it. So at the minute I think we'll get it to make this read what's on the things, but we'll only do it while we're in. Oh, we can't do it. We can do it, but we won't be able to see it till we've switched over to it, because we're only issuing this command. That's the set command. So we need to basically receive that command now. That's not so easy, because we'll have to bring the filter wave on value changed. We don't seem to have one for SH. Oh, shift. SH shift. Oh, that's the width. So we haven't got one here for. We've got to have to create a new parameter for on our. Yeah, I don't think we've got one. So our shift. We've got shift state there, on or off. Shift direction. So it's gone ahead and done all this. So 0, no shift. That's sort of like off. So there's a value. Width code. No, it's got a code 1 to 21. It's not the width we're after, is it? Sorry, it's the shift. Right, so ignore the width there. So we've got the shift state and shift direction. But what we haven't got is the shift amount. Why have we got no shift amount? So we've got notch depth. Why is that crossed out? Obsolete. Cat has no notch depth parameter. Use notch. Enable. Right. That's AI's put that in. Weird, isn't it? Shift value. There we go. We've got a shift value. And a shift state. And a shift direction. So it's, yeah, this is what we did last time, wasn't it? So public shift value and shift state. On and off, right, okay. So yeah, so I've got shift to pixels, so it's, if I set shift, right, shift to pixels, if I shift, right, if I set these values manually, right, so in the filter wave, on value changed, parameter value, task run, case noise blanket, so parameter, where's he getting that from? Find all references. Oh, so it's the event. So right, so if I change it, it sends it out. Yeah, so we should be able to do it here, send it out. Let's do that then. So we've got noise blanker, SH, we've got notch, and we've gone on to shift. So we want another one here, case. We want to call this one, I forget what we called it now. That's right, so let's call it IS break. Okay, so we're gonna notch depth equals in the value. Right, okay. I don't know. So underscore notch depth. Let's find out how they are. We've got notch depth. Nothing to do with the shift down there. So we've not added it to it yet. Okay, let's put one under here. Private int underscore shift value SSH, sorry, IS value. Right, it's funny naming not terminology. So we'll just do the value for now. We'll just assume it's a plus direction. Add those bits after. So is value. So we're coming down here. We're taking the value, whatever we're getting from the object. So we're going to say IS value is equal to an int value. There we go. Same again. Both notch depth. Great. Right. Okay. So we need to issue it a command. Output the value. So we need to create the command. So we need to go back over to the cat control. We need to copy those two and put that in here. So we need to build it first. So the value, put that value in there, I believe. Yeah, notch frequency. Hang on, let's see if we've done it already. Yeah, we sent it that way, so we'll do it like that. It doesn't know what outgoing data loop is, so we just got to put that bit in there. Okay, and we've got to also put that in the front. So that'll send that command out. And that'll do. So when we change the value, it's going to build it up and it's going to just send it out as the plus for now, but that's okay. So when I drag it to the plus or the minus, it won't really know what the value is. But anyway, is that enough to, what's it do down here? Right, okay, anything else? Update from the radio. Right, so here's the bit that updates it from the radio. So set DNR. We haven't got the equivalent. We'll leave that for now. Now there's something missing off the top. So, oh, on value changed. Okay, so that'll send it and we'll automatically pick it up. Let's see what happens. Let's just try it. It's complicated because try a bit. This got just try a little bit at a time. Get one part working, then another. So it's outputting it. So I'm on -300 still. So if I go into this bit here, and as soon as I alter the shift, let's just shift it. Nothing really happened then. So I think there's nothing's changing. So I don't think an event's being raised. Let's just switch off the send a minute so we can find out. No, nothing's going out from that. Okay, so we need to have a look in here. So we need to find the dependency properties. Where are they? It's not hooked up to do anything. Has it got dependency on property change, call member, invoke? Right, so it's done it that different way. Call a member name. It's done it in a slightly different way. Normally they split up into separate bits. So shift, I've got shift state, shift magnitude. What the hell's that all about? Right, shift direction. That's not what we're not using. That the shift value. Right, find all references. Right, so you've got one down here. Oh, that's a different value. That's the minus or the plus, so the shift state. So it's an IF shift state. Let's find out what that is. On or off, so that's not... Oh, the shift state, whether it's on or off. We've got one for... Where's the one, the shift value? It's got to be that one, isn't it? So if shift is assigned value, cat sends magnitude plus a separate, yeah, so shift value. If shift value is less than 0, return. Oh yeah, so it's automatically. So the shift value can't be a value. The way it's doing it's not right, is it? Or maybe it is. Right, so I need to, on property change, call a member. Right, snap to shift to pixels. That's the set width, set notch, set contour, set shift value, internal. Right. Property change, shift value, direction. Shift value, if shift value is equal to value, just do nothing. Don't send it if it's already the right value. I don't know, it's AI's set this up, it's not really, it's got confused, or it's doing what it wanted to do. It's another way of doing it. So set the shift value internal. Don't know what that is. Snap to step. Yeah, this is probably not going to do it, is it? So, how can we get... I need to know whether we're getting to this point. So what I'll do is I'll stick in... where should we put... I'll put one here and one there. Let's see what happens. Right, so we're going over to that. Right, do that. It's actually stopped. which is a good sign. So we'll continue. The shift value was the same, so it returned. It didn't go to the next bit to create the on property change event. So I'll try again. No, it's only there. If I click continue, it's coming straight out. So it's not reading the property. Let's take them out. So there's something that it's reading is not being changed. Let's try and find it again. So when I SF is changing. SF, why is it saying SF? SF shift frequency. And is it jumping? Yeah, it is jumping plus 20 steps, yeah. So there's something. Right, so I need to trace a value, look at a value. So I'm moving it, but its old value is the same as value. I'll tell you what we'll do. That's probably just saving it a cat command, so we'll actually just take that out for a second, and we'll just force it to send it out every time, just to see if it changes. Right, so we go over to this. Nothing's changing. There's absolutely nothing changing at all. So, right, so I think probably is because I'm still setting it here. Oh, that's only in the boot up though. Yeah, once we come out of boot up, it no longer sends it. That's fine. So we want to send it only when we make a change. So it's firing. It's. Hang on, let's find out where this is firing. Find all references. Set shift value. So set shift value new. Where's this going? Shift thumb drag delta. Right, so when I drag it, it's doing target, snap shift to pixels. It's going into the set routine, which then, yeah. So it's going in there, but is it is it ever getting to that bit? Let's try it. Alright, let's try this one bit at a time. So, yeah, it's executing it. So there's nothing going on here, so if I go continue and continue, and I go again and it'll stop. Yeah, it's in there. Continue. Right, so we'll stop it there, but we'll go right, invoke, so it's going to invoke the change. Okay, so and it comes out. Where does it come out? Over here. Yeah, on UI value changed. So maybe it doesn't like this. Let's see if it's firing this now. I'll come into the function, the switch operator. Let's see if it's getting down to the position where it's supposed to be doing something with it. Alright, so it's paused, it's on the switch parameter. If I go continue, it's not recognising it as a command. It gets to the switch and it doesn't go down to the... No, it's not. It's missing the switch statement, so it's coming all the way down, and it's parameter, so it doesn't know the parameter. So maybe we've called it something else. That's notch depth, notch frequency. That's our cat command, but it's not our name. So we need to go. Can we find it from here? What do we call it? Probably we need to open up the wave control, have a look at the thumb for it. Right, there's the thumb there, which is the shift thumb. So shift thumb drag delta. So we'll go to the drag delta in down here. Wherever we can find it. Somewhere down here. Update the thumbs. Shift thumb drag delta. Let's see what's going on. So it's going all the way down here. Shift to pixels. Set in the range. New shift. Set the shift value internal. New shift. So let's go to that one. Here it is. And we already know it's going into there. So what it's doing, it's name of shift value. Right, so that's what we're looking for. Shift value. So it's sending the shift value. So we're not looking for the shift value. Let's just have a look. Let's go into another one and see what contour frequency. Contour. Which one works? Yeah. None of those work yet. Right, so we've got the noise blanket level that works. Update, set the width now, set the notch, set the contour, DNR value. So we're not doing any of that on this. Update, no. On property change, DNR value. Okay, so let's have a look here. DNR value, yeah, so it's ONR. Right, am I looking in the right area? Hang on. Yeah. DNR value. So it's NR it's looking for. Oh, we're sending the value. So, right, hang on then. So we're sending parameter. Name of. Right, so on property changed. Is that a different one? Right, call in member name, yeah. And then the property, so we need to go to the definition. There is no definition. That's part of the internal C# library. So it's whoever's called it basically. So on property change, right, so let's have a look at this. So we know DNR works. Delta, that's the delta. So maybe it's, I don't know which one it's looking at. So there must be, it's alright, it's trying to find it and all this. DNR value, it needs a member name. DN is drag delta, so sender on property change, then DNR value, and then it gets the member name somehow, gets it. AI being a bit clever, I think. I'll tell you what, let's try not to be too clever. Let's just print out the parameter here. So we'll just go console right, if I could spell, right line, and we'll just print out the parameter that's calling it. So when we do a drag, it'll print which one it is, and I've just got to put the name in there. Right, and then we'll find out what the name is. That's the trouble if you get AI involved. It names stuff and you don't know what it's named. You make it yourself, you know exactly what you've called it. Right, so it should start printing now. If I turn off the send and drag this shift, it's just called shift, look. So it's looking for shift. So all we've got to do is put the value shift in here instead of IS. Shift. Right, and then it's going to send the cat command out and change the shift now, hopefully. Right. Okay. Right, here we go, shift. Oh, the shift's changing on the radio. Yeah, minus 180. What happens if you go this way? It stays on 0. Yeah, because I've gone minus. But now it's going up again all the way. I'll tell you what, let's do a real world. Turn the volume up. Let's find someone. Anybody about? That'll do. We'll find someone down here. Right, so we're going to change the shift now. Ready? When he speaks again.
Alright, very good. I will, Dave, and same to you. Good health and enjoy operating the radio. Best with sub 7 included. Hi, David. Server 5-1 Denmark Extra.
So we're actually changing the shift.
Kilowatt 4 Mike Hotel Delta. Thank you very much. 59 to Alabama. I'm Giannis. How copy today?
Yep, I can see it moving. Let me try and hold it up so you can see it maybe. You can hear it changing. Trust me, it's changing. But it's going plus, it's not doing the minus.
Correct way to operate the pilot, but it must be very, very much faster.
So, what we need to do now is, so we've set it in the, we've set it to 1. So we need to alter that based on whether it's a minus value or not. Yeah, so if it's a I think we've already done a bit on that somewhere. So if there's a minus value,
thank you. 50 now with me.
We're not using this code base that it gave us.
Very good. Did you get any rain over?
Set shift value.
Well, send us some rain, not storm, just rain now, Jason. We are dry, definitely very dry in Slovenia. Jason, we are reaching 30 degrees.
That's FG. Here it is.
Catch you on the band 7 trace, enjoy the radio.
Yeah, so shift value, it was changing, so we could, let's see if we can put that back now. Let's see if we can put that back.
Alright, well, I have a time to watch the S-meter and you are picking +20, so beautiful, beautiful, Jason. 7
Yeah, it's still moving.
Thank you.
The funny thing is, I'm going right and it's moving left. It's moving left. So the value, that's because I've told it to go plus. Or have I? I've set it in stone to go to the minus. Yeah, so I've switched it on, I'm going to the minus. So these values need to be set depending on where you are. So that can stay as it was. Now there was a bit, I saw something earlier that did something or other. Here it is, shift direction. Shift value to the minus to the plus. Right, so we've got to do, yeah, we've got to read the shift direction. So we've got to do a bit of an if statement. Let's see, find all references. Have they already done it? No, they haven't used it. No, they've not done anything with it, so what we'll have to do is use the shift direction down in the filter wave. Right, so it's sending in the values. Object value, so right, okay. Notch depth, right, so is value. So we need to get the shift direction just before we get the is value, so we'll go is value. Have we got a shift direction?
Right, thanks for Massachusetts. Enjoy the radio and enjoy the summer. 7 trace, bye Jim.
It wouldn't know what that was it? No, it's not going to do it from there, is it? So, on UI value changed, parameter and value. Notch depth. So we've got the shift parameter. Right, might be different then. So we've got our notch shift thumb. It does our delta, so we've got to get back into our delta. Yeah, drag delta, shift drag delta, wherever that is. Here it is. So we come down to here. Set the shift value, internal new shift. Right. Go to the definition. So it's doing unchanged shift direction. So it's we've got to set up do the shift direction. So we've got to I don't know which. So that was the shift value. Name of shift direction. Where's it getting shift direction from then? Shift value is value. I don't know where it's getting shift direction. Straight out of the direction, so. But I need to know what the command it's giving it. Find all references of shift direction. There is no direction. Name of shift direction. IF shift max. So maybe it's only a partial thing. It's doing all three, but I need... Right. Okay. So how do I know when it's doing the one... Right, let's change direction. Is it going to tell me, or is it... Right, so I'll go here, I'll turn the stop, send off, I'll go this way, shift, and there's a question mark where it got a negative value for with a what? Yeah, it's got a value, didn't understand that. I'm still saying shift. So I don't get where so the value, I've got to change the shift direction myself. Right, so the shift value, yeah, so it is trying to do a negative shift value. So all I've got to do is say if it's less than, I've got to do that bit of an if statement here. So it is only the shift value, but I've got to make it do it from... Yeah, so I'll just do an if statement. If is value is greater than did we just do an equivalent for this though? Let's just do it manually. So we've got a 0. So we have got a 0. What we're going to do, let's make a character. Alright, so let's create a character. Character direction shift. Let's say shift. Let's just say shift direction equals nope, let's just create that character. I'm gonna do shift direction is equal to, seems to know what I want already, 0. Never used. else shift direction is equal to right, else if underscore is value is greater than 0, and that's a plus direction. Let's turn that down, very annoying. Right, oops, what's happened there? Okay, if it's less than 0, then it's a minus. Okay, and if it's anything else, it's just a 0. I don't think you can have a 0. The cat command, what's the cat command said? Plus or a minus, there is no other value. Yeah, plus or a minus, so yeah, so if you don't really know which direction you want to go, so well, you could switch it off, but we've got a default to something. Let's just say we're going to go in the plus direction, because I can't have those, I've got to have a single digit. Oops. Right, okay, so shift direction. I suppose we'll have to make it a default. Let's just say it's in the plus. Shift, what is it say? Is assigned but never used. What's it talking about? Oh, I'm using it. I'm assigning it but not using it. Well, let's use it now. Let's write that wrong. Okay. So we go, if it's a 0, so there is no 0. You can't have a 0. There's no such thing for this cat command. So we've got if it's greater than 0, it's a plus. If it's less than 0, it's a 1. So we don't need else. We don't need an else. Right, so yeah, okay, we'll leave that just in case you get something else. No pun intended. If it's greater than 0, it's a plus. Also, if it's less than, it's a minus. And if it's a 0, it's a plus again. I don't know. Right, so we should be able to now drag in the right direction. Well, either way, maybe. Let's try it. Hopefully the rest of these contour notch width are not as bad as the shift. Right, so I'm going to drag this way, and it's dragging towards the right this time. That's good. I'm dragging left, and I've gone past the center point, and it's no longer dragging. No, it's doing nothing. I wonder why that is. So it can drag it this way. Okay, so I'm going to stop the send a minute, and I'm going to drag it this way, and I'm getting a yeah, I'm getting it's going up by 20 at a time, and it's saying there's nothing there. Look, there's no value there, and it should be showing me a plus. Oh, it is now showing me a plus, but when I go down it's showing me the plus because I'm going to the minus. When I go past, it's not. Oh, it's showing me a minus. That is a minus. Oh, it's giving me 2 minuses. That's why. Right, it's actually giving me 2 minuses. Why is it giving me 2 minuses? So somewhere it's introducing a minus value. Ah, so I don't need the minus value then. It's automatically doing it off the UI. Must be doing it somewhere else. So when I'm dragging, go back to the drag delta down here, shift drag. If I'm going to the minus, set the shift value internal. Okay, so go to that one. Value is snap to step, yeah. If the shift value is value return, change direction. Right, okay, what is this doing? Oh no, nothing. So somewhere it's introducing a minus. The cat shift value, shift to pixels. The draw. This mapping is deliberate UI on the cat values remain minus. So it's putting the minus in, isn't it? Shift double, because it is a minus value, but I'm actually adding I'm adding something to it. Needs to strip out the second minus. Now, is that a UI thing? So if I run it up again, and the date, so this is on 0. Stop the send. So we can go plus, and we're getting good values. As soon as we come back to 0 to the minus, we're okay. Are we okay on a 0? Yeah, we're okay on a 0. As soon as we come to the minus, we're getting 2 minuses instead of a plus. So I don't know where it's coming from, but does it say minus? It says plus there. Oh, it does say minus, but it does say plus there as well. So it's not that. It's been injected somewhere, isn't it? Right, so I need to find out where it's being injected. I mean, I could just take it out, but but don't want to do that. Shift direction is less than return shift minus. -1 shift plus. So what is that returning? An enum. Return 0. What's that? 0. There is no 0 on the shift direction, so that's gonna be wrong as well. So go to definition. Right, so we've got minus and plus. There is no 0. Shift state, so really that needs to come out of there, really. Build that, it'll object, say it doesn't know what that is. Right, so return. Right, so if it's anything else, return to 0. So no, but we said we're going to return a plus if it goes wrong. There we go, because there is no 0. Although, you can shift amount. You can go plus or minus. If you set the shift to 0, the frequency of the shift to 0. It's the same as turning it off, so it ignores the plus and the minus. Right, okay. So shift state is on, that's good. So far so good. So shift magnitude. Shift, well, I don't know what that's doing. Right. I'm not sure where that value's coming from. The extra plus. So why I'm gonna have to trace it somehow. How do we trace it? I could just not put the value in. So obviously the is value contains the minus as well. Let's have a look. So console right line. We'll just print is value. Is it part of that? It's not doing it. Why is that? What does it not like it? What's going on? What is that? Oh, it's a filter. Dot is filter wave is value. Right, it's an int. Oh, I know why. I forgot the underscore. Oh, that's fine. Right, let's put a star in front of it, or two of these, so we know what it is. Oh, I hate it when it puts one in for you. Right. So, let's give it a space. I don't know if that's sending the value or whether, I don't know what's going on. Or my cat string builder is doing it. Maybe the string builder is doing it. Alright, let's turn the stop off, send off. So we're going up and we're going minus. We're still printing it. And oh, it's showing minus 560, but then the string builder, it's a string builder that's doing it, isn't it? It's the string builder. So go back to the string builder. Right, direction. So the string is built in the direction. Character direction. P4 formatted. I don't quite get it. Return $. So we go back to the returned value of the string, and then it sends the string straight out, so it is building it up. Okay, so what we're going to do, I'll put it back in here and I'll paste that in there. We'll get string builder, go to the definition. Let's go in here and put that one in there. I'll write I get an extra minus. See if it knows what I'm talking about. The extra hyphen or incorrect sign has happened because of how shift direction is being passed or stored. If your shift direction variable is currently storing an integer 1 for positive, a minus 1 for negative from your parsing logic earlier, instead of a literal character passing it directly into a string, Interpolation like direction will convert -1 into the literal when consonnated it returns the layout. Because -1 inserts a minus sign, making the radio see an unexpected format or double minus. The fix: you need to convert your numeric direction or Boolean state into the correct literal plus or minus right before building the command stream. This is how you can update how you call it. Convert your integer direction into a plus or minus for the radio. Build command direction character. What? Check your prefix. Make sure your helper method actually includes the IS command prefix. No, I don't want that. No, I don't want to do that. So it wants me to don't know what it's doing there. Shift direction. It's totally lost me then. Yeah, totally lost me there. Shift direction is just that or that. So why is it getting 2? The is value. Don't know. I don't know. There it is there, look. Well, that's the... So the builder's putting it in. It's the builder that's doing it. So if I print console print direction, no, it can't. Must be doing it's int in hertz. Oh, it's the formatting. Yeah, it's the formatting. So if it's plus, if it's a minus, it adds it for you. If it's a plus, it leaves it out. Right, so I just need to ask it to tell it to, can you do anything with the format command? So when there is a minus, it does not insert it. As a negative, when you format a negative number, automatically includes a negative. Yeah. So to handle it to be purely positive, to prevent hertz from injecting minus, you should use math abs hertz, so it always positive. Update your command. Right, okay. Pre-formatted. Right. Okay. Right, let's change that. Will that work? Who knows? So it didn't know where the problem was. I found the problem and give it the info it needs to correct the problem. So let's try it. So the shift's going up, and is it? Yeah, it's going down as well. And if you turn off the send, we can have a look. You got your plus values down here, and then you got your minus values as well. Way, we've got a shift. Wow, didn't we have a shift on the radio anyway? Yeah, I'll pick the radio up and show you actually, if I can, without upsetting the system. Right, there it is. Oops, have I broke everything? Right, here we go. Can you even see it on this display? Not with the lights off, you can't. Right, let's try a different way. Let's turn the light on. Why does that always spring out like that? What's tight? Something tight. I don't know what it is. Let's put the light on. Let's have a light. Can we see anything now? I won't move the camera to the rig, I'll bring the mounting. You still can't see it, and that's because the display is very bright. So let me turn the display down. Where is the display? I don't know. Contrast. Dimmer backlight. Turn that down. Oh, it's already down. Dimmer LCD. There we go. Right, can you see that now? Yep, can we go up a bit? Too bright. Right, okay, we'll leave it there. I can't see it, but the camera can. The camera can see it. Right, here we go. Right, I'm going to drag it on the computer. Oh, hang on. I need to be in the shift first so you can see it. There's the shift. There's the shift, and I'm about to. It's got a lot of reflection on it. Scroll the thing. There it is. It's going right, and it's going left. There you go. So there it is, left and right. Okay. Oh, just knocked the control. Right, so we're getting somewhere with the shift. Just all the other ones to do as well. I wonder why is this radio being forced out? I don't quite get it. That's alright. It's just sat on the printer. Right. Okay. So we got that working. Progress. There we go. Let's get someone to listen to. So we're effectively off now. So we need to get the shift to light up and off. We'll do that another time. Since we've been going 2 hours 39 minutes. Let's just find someone to home in onto. I think we found someone. Did we?
Please, just a moment only. Okay, repeat again the call tag.
Ooh. stopped, hasn't he? Stopped talking. Where you gone, mate? Let's turn the RF up a bit. It's just disappeared off the face of the planet. So when we go down to 0, the shift needs to turn off, just like the DNR switches off. So DNR, noise blanket. So the shift, when we're on 0, the shift needs to so that doesn't do anything yet. Neither does the contour, and neither does the notch. But the shift definitely shifts. Anyway, I think that's going to be enough for one night. What time we got? 10:15. Yeah, that's alright. Right, I think we're going to leave it at that now, and slow increments, little bit by little bit. So that'll do for tonight. 73. Thanks for watching, and catch you on tomorrow night if I haven't had a bad day at work, or if the weather's not red hot. Okay, bye for now. Ta-ra.
Is that a question?
Yes.
The question is futile.
That information is not available.
My interpretation of the data leaves little room for error.
You know what they say. No good deed goes unpunished.